Brooksaw Antiques here today. We have this 1929 Royal P model vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Behind this flip panel are the margins, and you just push them like a button here. And I'm going to set this left one on about 5 and this right one about 75, about the length of a page. And they just kind of lock in there. And this is the paper bale that sits on top and holds the page down. It's got 2 rollers that are adjustable. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. You hit this line space, gets you back to the beginning, and skips 1 or 2 spaces. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, there's a switch right here. You just flip that forward, skips 2, and that's it. Just has single and double. We're going to keep it on single for now. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence on the next line. In red, to switch from black to red, there's a switch on the right side here. You just flip it over to the left and it prints the bottom portion of the ribbon. When you have it in the middle, it prints the top portion of the ribbon. When you have it down and over to the right, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. Beautiful. Looks beautiful, it sounds beautiful, types beautiful. Print looks really good. It's got a really unique feel to it compared to other typewriters. It's got a really classic feel to it. They really put a lot of work into these back then. This was cutting edge technology for that time, and it's just a piece of history if you look at it. It just looks awesome. It's got the spools right there. It comes with a case, so if you want to see what it looks like in the case, you got to check out the listing. But the case screws into the bottom and then kind of flips over the top of it. Very antique looking. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. You just flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers, allowing you to pull the page out easier or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. Got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the top right. Works great. Let me go ahead and put this back in the middle so next time we print, it prints black. Margin release on the top left. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a block on the keys unless you hit that margin release, and it'll allow you to go all the way to the end. Very simple model. I really like this. There's a little button on the side to reverse the ribbon. If you push it in, it'll pull to the right. If you push it in from the left, it'll pull to the left. That's where we want it to pull because all the brand new ribbons loaded on this right side. Here's the button on this side. And you can wind it too. It doesn't have much bite, but it has an automatic reverse as well. So it's gonna pull to the side that has the least amount of ribbon and then switch back and forth. This is the carriage release. Extremely smooth carriage. And this is the paper release that I already showed you. And on the left side, we have a button here. If you push that in, it'll disable the spacing so you get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is 1 space. And this does the same thing. When you flip that forward, it disables the spacing. You flip it back, you get the clicks. And we already did this. This is a line space indicator for double and single space. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.